Chelsea are once again looking for a new manager, after the shock sacking of Enzo Maresca on New Year's Day. And Liam Rosenior, manager of sister club Strasbourg, has quickly emerged as the front-runner for the job. Sign up for the Chelsea newsletter. Thank you. Liam Rosenior could be set to leave Strasbourg for sister club ChelseaCredit. Getty. The former Hull City boss would be the sixth manager in the 4 years since Todd Boehly and Behad Eghbali bought the club. If and when Rosenior takes the job, it will be a massive step up from Strasbourg in Ligue 1, and his only other experience is being in charge of Hull and before that Derby on an interim basis. He has impressed the likes of Boehly and Eghbali at Strasbourg, however, which is also owned by the American consortium under the Blue County banner. Any changes Rosenior would make at Chelsea would be more evolution than revolution. Read more in football. Like Maresca, he favors a possession-based system, with play built up from the back starting with the goalkeeper. However, there are key differences in the tactics, with Maresca having stuck rigidly to a 4-2-3-1 system. Rosenior has instead shown a preference for a 3-4-2-1 system at Strasbourg, despite occasionally mixing things up with a 4-3-1-2. And given Chelsea's defensive frailties, as well as issues in the final third, it could provide a more solid base for struggling stars like Cole Palmer. Most read in football. Best online casinos, top sites in the UK. The 3-4-2-1 system would, in theory, allow room for both the England star and Brazilian maverick Estevao behind a frontman. Palmer would be given total license to roam. Rosenior would build the entire structure to get Palmer on the ball in the half spaces. Palmer arguably enjoyed his best football under Mauricio Pochettino. Cole Palmer has struggled with injury for much of this campaign. Credit. Shutterstock editorial. Estevao has shown amazing promise at times this season. Credit. Getty. How Chelsea could line up in a 3-4-3 formation. When the former Spurs boss was in charge at Chelsea, Palmer averaged around 65 touches per 90 minutes. His importance was so significant that Chelsea was often referred to as Palmer FC by rival fans. But under Maresca's system, with a more structured, possession-based approach often involving inverted full-backs, Palmer has generally been on the ball less, down to 57 touches per 90 minutes. The main striker could be João Pedro, or Rosenior could be tempted to speed up the arrival of Strasbourg's marksman Emmanuel Emega. Rosenior could also go for a 4-3-3 lineup. Rosenior made Emega captain at Strasbourg and has praised him to the hilt, saying, "He encapsulates how a team should be: quality, energy, selflessness." Liam Delap will however be delighted if Rosenior is appointed. The striker played under him on loan at Hull, scoring 8 goals in 31 appearances. And Rosenior was a huge fan, saying, "He is one of a kind and I love him." Delap could once again be trusted as a central figure, especially given Rosenior's preference for a strong, direct number 9 to lead the line. The system, however, does not look like it would suit the wingers like Alejandro Garnacho, Pedro Neto and Jamie Gittins. Neto has shown he can be used across the forward line, but Gittins and Garnacho are usually played wide. The midfield would also get a new look, but the basics would remain the same. The £220 million midfield partnership of Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are likely to remain the heart of the team. But with an end to the inverting fullback and the potential introduction of wing-backs, there will be more defensive work for Fernandes in particular. And Rosenior is unlikely to be keen on Enzo's Hollywood long passes, preferring instead to see his side play short, crisp passing moves. If Fernandes doesn't play the way his manager wants, he could find his place under threat from André Santos. And a new look back five could see spots for Malo Gusto and Marc Cucurella in natural wide wing back positions, with Reece James, Wesley Fofana and Trevor Chalobah holding the fort in front of Robert Sanchez. Should Rosenior opt for his other preferred formation, the 4-3-1-2, it could see Palmer deployed in the hole behind João Pedro and Liam Delap. It may also provide room for Rosenior's former Strasbourg loanee Santos to cement his place in the midfield with Caicedo and Fernandes. The new boss would also change the way Chelsea play without the ball. Rosenior's Strasbourg don't just press high, they set traps. They will leave a pass open to a specific opposition player, usually the weakest player on the ball, and then pounce on him with 3 or 4 players swarming him. This requires high energy, suiting Chelsea's young squad, but may prove less effective in the Premier League where players are generally more comfortable on the ball. Recommended stories. Winners: Cole Palmer, Liam Delap, Estevao. Losers: Alejandro Garnacho, Enzo Fernandez, Jamie Gittins.